Hey everyone. Hi. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Hope you're all doing really, really well. Nice to see you here today. If you're new to this channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Audrey, and this is one of my YouTube channels. I do have a second channel. This channel is all about crime and my perspective on crimes because I'm a psychic medium. So know that right up front. Don't get halfway through my video and go, oh my God, this lady's a freak or something. Just know that I'm a freak right up front. Okay. We're going to talk about 3 different criminal cases. A couple of them are going to be very, very quick. Mickey Stines, the man who shot and killed the judge of the town he lives in, Brian Kohberger, and P. Diddy. Diddy done something real bad, really bad. So get comfy, get a drink, whatever you need to get cozy, and let's get into these awful, awful situations. All right, so Sheriff Mickey Stines, his name is Sean Stines. Mickey Stines shot and killed. Do we still have to say allegedly? Because it's on video. It's on video. Do we still give this man innocent till proven guilty? I'm just throwing it out there for those of you who love to throw the Constitution in my face. I'm just trying to do right by you. Do we still have to say he allegedly killed? We saw him do it. I saw him do it. The whole world saw him do it. He shot and killed Kevin Mullins in this very small town that they live in. He was indicted. So Sheriff Mickey was indicted, and that means a group of people said, yes, there is absolutely enough evidence to go ahead and arrest this man, put him in jail, and await a trial. So he will be formally charged with, I think it's first-degree murder. I just wanted to touch on this one to let you know I am going to continue to follow this case behind the scenes, and will bring you information as this progresses and goes through the process of picking jury members and trial and all this. I don't know how they're going to do that. The town's very small. Everyone knows everybody. It's one of those kind of situations, and we saw him do it. It's on video. So how are you going to find a jury? I don't understand. So that's going to be really interesting to me to watch and see how they do this. All right, let's go to Diddy. Let me turn my page. Ugh, sorry, my allergies are so bad today. Okay. If you are relatively new here, you may not know this about me. I just want to cancel everything. I'm one of those cancel culture people, I guess. I think I am. And it's not because I'm not successful. I'm not a bazillionaire. I don't have it's not of jealousy. It's so, our lives and this little tiny planet we live on is so much more than the stuff we can buy. So Sean Combs appears to be buying, this is just my opinion, I'm paraphrasing. He's not having such a horrible time in prison. I mean, listen, he's got a tablet. He's got music to listen to. He has movies to watch. He has a fine dining menu. And this menu, I saw it. It's the morning, noon, and night. All these different meals, custom made for him. And in his area where he's staying, which is, I guess, in the 4 North area of this jail in New York, there are also female inmates at this facility. Well, he's got a peep show set up. Yes, you heard me right. He literally has a peep show situation going on for his enjoyment and pleasure. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with us? What is wrong? Does anyone else care? Does anyone care that we are treating this murderer and, other words that YouTube doesn't like us to say? I'll put it right here on the screen for you. Can I say sex trafficking? Sex trafficker? Why is... Okay, there's starving children in America. Our veterans who have protected our country are homeless. They have nothing. And this man, because he's a singer, I'm sorry, since when was singing a... I don't get it. I don't get the value. I don't get the value in entertainer, singer. Whose good idea was it to put so much money into an individual, give him billions of dollars so he can do really bad things with the money? Audrey, we cannot control everybody. So, people are going to have money. That's not, there's nothing you can do about that. Well, there sure is. There sure is. I can encourage you to not give these people money. And it's not only the entertainment, singing, acting people, it's also the professional athletics. I know, if there's any men listening, you're going to hate this. They have too much money. They give too much money to these people. So now we have someone who we know he's never going to see outside of prison. He's not coming out, at least alive. He's not coming out. Is anyone else outraged by this? Is it just me? I mean, it's one thing to sit here and say it, but I can kind of, I don't know if it's because I'm psychic. I'm sure other people can do this too. I can just meditate, close my eyes, and take myself to this location where he's at. Go inside of this prison, jail, whatever it is, I don't know. Go inside this prison, put myself in his room. Okay, well, he doesn't seem like such a bad guy. He just seems like a normal person. I don't know what the problem is, and he promised me he's gonna give me a Lamborghini if I do this and this for him, because I'm going to be out. I'm up for parole in 12 months. And he said he could hook me up and get me set. So, yeah, I think it's fine. I think he's fine. And he deserves all this stuff he gets on the side. He's a billionaire. He's a good person. I could definitely see some people losing their damn mind over this whole thing because they see dollar signs. Again, I need a big stamper that says cancel. I mean, I still have this. Ugh. I still have my gavel. But I think what I need is a cancel sign. No, put him in a cell, 8x8 or whatever, 8x10 with a toilet. Give him, why is he getting what's the word? I can't. Why is he getting special treatment? Why? Because he's somebody with money? Does anyone see a problem? Well, he's in danger. Well, put him in danger, out of danger with the Kohbergers and the whoever else is in massive trouble. Money should not be able to buy you comfort in jail. This man's done awful things. Awful. Let me know how you feel about that. It's disgusting. All right, let's talk about another awful, I don't even want to call him a human being, Brian Kohberger. And I know there's plenty of you who think he's innocent. You do you, boo. You do you. You want to think Brian Kohberger's innocent? Then fine. I don't support your decision or your opinion, but it doesn't mean I dislike you as a human being. It doesn't mean we can't have a conversation. It doesn't mean that we have to yell and scream at each other. So there's been a motion hearing regarding the death penalty in the Idaho 4 Brian Kohberger homicide. Serial killer, 4 people gone. The motions were denied. The judge will seek the death penalty if Brian Kohberger is convicted and found guilty of the charges. So we saw, I don't know, a week or 10 days ago, I have to refer to my notes. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at you. Sorry. Earlier, Brian Kohberger's team, Ann Taylor, tried to get rid of the aggravated circumstances in the form of different charges put on Brian Kohberger. So it's these extra aggravating charges of things he did during his crime that really qualify him for the death penalty, because not everybody that kills somebody, maybe even the same kind of murder that he did with the same weapon, not everyone gets the death penalty. So what he did, allegedly, was so above and beyond. It's inhumane. You know, I don't know if animalistic is the right word, but demonic maybe is the right word. And so, okay, hold on. I got spirits coming in. Sorry. I get so distracted. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, who is it? Come in, come in, come in. You've been distracting me for 10 minutes. Someone's in my leg. I got spirits on my left side. Okay. Hello. Who are you? They're moving around to this side. I can't make this up, you guys. I just cannot make this up. I don't want to miss an opportunity here to speak to Spirit and share the information. So as I'm reading my notes to you, spirits are like, oh, she's on. She's talking about it. Let's go talk to her. So what I have seen psychically with Brian Kohberger is he's kind of like, uh-oh. These charges aren't going away. Yikes. I may actually be found guilty. And then I'm going to have to face, if not the lethal injection, the firing squad. Oh, no. So Judge Hippler, the judge overseeing this case, is like, no, we're not dismissing these aggravating portions of the charges so you don't have to face the death penalty. It's been found that the firing squad or the needle injection is constitutional, because Brian Kohberger is constantly playing a victim. Constantly. And when I mean constantly, that's all he's focused on. He thinks he's smart enough and knows the laws and rules better than anybody else, and that he's going to be able, with the help of his attorneys, get out of this situation. Not only not get the death penalty, but not get a guilty verdict. That's funny. That's a funny thing to think, Brian. No. No. So a capital murder case equals capital punishment. And that is death by lethal injection, or in Idaho, a firing squad. Now, is it cruel and unusual punishment? Why is that a bad thing? Why is cruel and unusual punishment considered bad, considering what he's accused of? If he's convicted on everything he's been accused of, then it is our job and our duty as a fellow people of this country to execute the proper response. Guilty with the death penalty. Now, I don't 100% believe in the death penalty only because, well, there's a couple of reasons why. I get very protective of the people who've been murdered. Like, I don't want Brian Kohberger near these 4 people he murdered. If he dies, he's going to have access to them, even though they're not going to be fighting. It's just everyone's fine on the other side. It'll be like, oh, hi. Okay, well, yep, you killed us. Come on up. Come in. We've been saving a place for you. Not only do I like to protect, I want to protect the victims, I also want the murderer to suffer. Well, he's not going to suffer when he's on the other side. I mean, he'll suffer here as he gets nervous and freaking out that he's going to be put to death. But after that, he's fine. There's nothing for him to suffer with on the other side. There's no burning fiery pit of hell that I've ever seen, that any spirit has ever told me. Does that mean there isn't something somewhere? Maybe. But as far as my skills and abilities as a psychic, this is what I see. Spirit's confirming with me. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is saying, yes, that's correct. Okay, so no firing pit that we are aware of. All right. Being that I want him to suffer, I want him to stay on the earth and freaking suffer with the rest of us. I know. It's an awful thing to feel that I want someone to suffer. Should I be ashamed of myself? No, and here's why. As a psychic medium, I have talked to all 4 of these victims. I have interacted with them. I have seen what happened to them. And I'll tell you, if you saw what I see, you would want him to suffer as well. You would say, get out the guillotine, get out something and tear him up, tear him apart. I mean, yeah, it's barbaric, but that's what he's done. He is the one that created his future by the choices he made. This is on him. And again, it's all alleged, right? It's all alleged. But what I'm saying is, if what I see is true, and I know I'm right, I'm just saying.
You just know.
I know I'm right. I may interpret something a little off, but this case in particular, I have felt very close to from the very, very beginning, even before I came back to YouTube. This is the case that kind of brought me back to YouTube. It's awful. So Brian Kohberger is going to face the death penalty, I'm sure, because he's going to get a guilty verdict. I'm telling you. Do the people of Idaho want this man walking around their streets? Let's take it a step further. Let's just pretend. Let's go to a pretend land. If Brian Kohberger is found not guilty and is cleared of all charges, who's going to want him? You want him? You want him in your neighborhood? I don't want him in my neighborhood. And where I live, I think people would take care of it on their own. No. I mean, if he gets out of prison, he's not, again, like so many others, he's not going to survive. He should be thankful that he's in solitary confinement and under protection. We really have to think long term when we start giving people advice, such as this case where it's in Idaho. And okay, people of Idaho, what are you going to do with this? Are you going to convict or not? And, we're all holding our breath to see what the citizens of Idaho do. Because I'm telling you, if this exact situation happened in another state, it would be a completely different setup. I mean, the government, I don't think, would tolerate waiting 2 years to have this man go through trial. I mean, just the whole thing would be processed in a completely different way. And I do feel the people of Idaho are trying to be fair. They're trying to be appropriate and do things by the book. Mainly because they don't want the trial to be thrown out, the case to be thrown out. They want to make sure everything's by the book and in order, so the case does not get kicked out, thrown out, dismissed on some technicality or gray area of the law. Wow. So yeah, this is a case I will continue to follow, of course. And I know there's so many other murders and things going on. I just can't. I can't. I mean, I may have my own opinions on other cases, but I don't bring them to you on YouTube. It's not even that. That's not the case. I don't have the capacity to be involved in so many cases because it makes me physically nauseous many times when I think about them. I start feeling blood going down my throat. I get aches and pains. I feel the evil of what happened to the victims. And it's just hard. It's hard. So I really do limit myself as to which and how many cases I bring to YouTube here. So anyway, that's me. All right, you guys, that's it for today. Hit that subscribe button. Check out my other channel as well. I'll put the name of it here. Like this video and share this video. Help a girl out, you guys. Thanks so much. I'll see you real soon. Stay safe. Ciao.